How are you all? Good? Okay. Welcome you all to SY BCom session. Myself Sheikh Parveen, and in these sessions throughout this year I will be dealing with you the subject called as macroeconomics. You have studied in your FY. FY में आपने जो subject पढ़ा है that is a part of economics called as microeconomics, and here in this year what you will be studying is a subject called as macroeconomics. Okay, now as you all are well versed with this subject called as an economics, and you know this is a compulsory subject for your university paper. This is a compulsory subject for your university paper, and you all were the first batch for credit pattern, and your FY you have got your score from your credit patterns only, right? Credit pattern basically means a pattern जहां पर आपको external exam दो टाइम देनी है, one in first 6 months of your year and second one is at your summer vacations. ये दो एग्जाम्स होते हैं, every 6 months interval you have your exams, that is called as credit pattern. But this credit pattern में और एक चीज क्या है कि university has kept certain marks in the hands of your college as well. That is called as your internal mark. Now see, I'll explain you what all is the marking system, what I will be dealing with you, and what university has said us to apply with you all, and you should be well versed with that. Now microeconomics, पहली बात तो ये compulsory subject है for you all. Macroeconomics is a compulsory subject for SY BCom. That subject carries your compulsory subject, and this subject carries your 100 marks. This subject carries your 100 marks, and these 100 marks paper you have to give once in 6 months, ठीक है, and the second exam will be in the 6 months, ठीक है. That means in this 6 months you have to give 100 marks paper, and this 6 months you have to give your 100 marks paper. Aggregate of this will be your first sem examination, and aggregate of this will be your second sem examination. But today I will be focusing your first sem examination. In first sem your microeconomics is a compulsory subject, and this compulsory subject has 100 marks. ये compulsory subject का कितने marking है? 100 marking है. ये 100 marking is again bifurcated. ये 100 mark bifurcate हुआ है. ये पहले bifurcation में नहीं था. 2 साल पहले this subject was not into bifurcation, but last year से as credit pattern has came into your syllabus, and credit pattern has came into your educational boundaries, so this 100 marks is divided into two types. That is, one is internal marks and the other one is external mark. When I talk about internal mark is your college marking, जो आपको कॉलेज में दी जाती है, that is your internal marks. With respect to that is 30 marks, and this you will be getting through various things. अब वो various things क्या होंगे? That various things will be, you will be getting these marks when you do your assignments, what your teacher, that means I will be telling you. Next you will get this mark with the help of PPTs, what I will be telling you. Next you can score these marks with the help of group discussions. Now due to this lockdown period, group discussions are not possible, but there are other options also like test series. From the aggregate of this will be out of 30 what you will be scoring internally. But external, when I say, this is totally in the hands of university. When I say external, this is totally in the hands of university, and university will give you this mark, and university has 70 marks out of this. University ये marks आपको free देगी क्या? No, it will not give you this mark free of cost. You have to give a written paper of 70 marks, and that time only you will get marking out of 70. And suppose if you get 60 marks out of your 70 and you get 20 marks of your 30, that means in macroeconomics you scored 80 marks for your first semester. Likewise, the same funda will go for your second semester as well. Clear to it? Now, when I say as macroeconomics is a compulsory subject and it is of 100 marks and it is bifurcated into two forms, that is internal as well as external. That means 30 marks is in the hands of college and 70 marks is in the hands of university. University you have to give a written paper, and college, if you want to score a good marks in college and internal things, you have to do these things, that is assignments, PPTs, group discussions or test series. You have to do these all things properly. Once you do all these things properly, you will be getting or you will be scoring marks out of your 30. Suppose if from 30 you score 20 and suppose in your written paper you score 60, aggregate is of 80 marks. Clear to it? This is the first sem. Likewise, the same funda goes to your second sem as well. Now, when I say this was the marking system what university has given and allotted to your subject called as macroeconomics. Now, tell me one thing. As you have studied economics in your 11th standard, 12th standard, I guess you have studied in your 10th standard as well. आपने आपके 10th standard में भी मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ा है, तो मुझे कोई बताएगा कि नॉट मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स क्या है? यस, इकोनॉमिक्स आप लोगों ने 10th में पढ़ा है, 11th में पढ़ा है, 12th में पढ़ा है. You have studied in your FY also. Now again you will be studying economics in your SY too. But see guys, जो आपने 10th standard में पढ़ा है वो एक पार्ट है इकोनॉमिक्स का. 11th में पढ़ा है कुछ और पार्ट पढ़ा है. 12th में पढ़ा है. Yes, 12th में you have studied a economics which is a combo of macro as well as micro. 12th standard में जो आपने इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ा है that was a combination of micro and macro. ये माइक्रो फिर आपने आपके FY BCom में डिटेल में पढ़ा है, and in your SY BCom you will be studying macroeconomics in detail. Clear to this? Now when I say you in SY BCom you have to study a subject called as macroeconomics, what does it actually means? Before understanding what macroeconomics is all about, you need to know what is economics. What is economics? Economics basically in this term means a nation. A nation as a whole. हम जब ये economics पढ़ने वाले हैं, हम जो ये macroeconomics पढ़ने वाले हैं, there are different branches of economics. There are microeconomics is one branch, macroeconomics is one branch, Indian economy is one branch, then international economy is one branch, foreign economy is other branch. There are different types of branches what you will be studying through your degree course, the economics branches. Now as today I will be dealing with macroeconomics. Macro means large. Macro means large. Okay, what does macro means? Macro means large and economy means nation as a whole. That means ये जो macro economics मैंने जो term लिखा है, this term is divided into two parts. The one is macro and other one is economics. Macro stands for large and economics in this term stands for nation as a whole. Macroeconomics therefore means study of that units which are large, and we have to take into consideration the whole economy when we are studying macroeconomics. Large and a nation as a whole. Large aspects हमको पढ़ना है किसके? Nation के. जैसे अगर हम बोलेंगे कि we want to study income under macroeconomics, अगर हमको macroeconomics में income aspect study करना है तो we are not gonna study individual income. हम individual income नहीं study करेंगे बल्कि हम national income study करेंगे. कौन सा income study करेंगे? National income. हम macroeconomics में simple meaning, macroeconomics में हम aggregates की बात करते हैं. We talk about aggregates in macroeconomics. Aggregate is nothing but sum. Sum is nothing but additions. Macroeconomic is that branch of economics. In simple term, macroeconomics is that branch of economics which deals with large units of the nation as a whole. Large unit of the nation as a whole. मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स में हमेशा एग्रीगेट स्टडी किया जाता है. एग्रीगेट इन द सेंस सम, टोटल. एग्रीगेट इन द सेंस सम और टोटल और एडिशंस. फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हमको मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स में इनकम के बारे में स्टडी करना है तो हम क्या इंडिविजुअल इनकम के बारे में स्टडी करेंगे या करेंगे क्या? नो, वी आर नॉट गोना स्टडी इंडिविजुअल इनकम, but we are going to study aggregate income, sum of all individuals income, or we can say it as national income. Clear to it? What is macroeconomics? Basically, macroeconomics, I can tell you that macroeconomics is that part of economics or that branch of economics which will study the economy as a whole in the form of aggregates. Clear to all what is macroeconomics? Now when I talk about macroeconomics, you need to know what is microeconomics as well. आपने 11th आपके 12th standard में प्लस आपके FY में you have studied microeconomics. बट क्या है माइक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स? जब हम मैक्रो बोलते हैं एज अ लार्ज है, तो माइक्रो क्या है? छोटू है. क्या है? छोटू है. मैक्रो इज लार्ज एंड इट डील्स विद द नेशन एज अ होल एंड इट इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ एग्रीगेट्स दैट इज टोटल, सम, एडिशन. एग्जांपल, इफ वी वांट टू स्टडी द इनकम, we will in macroeconomics we will study national income. Now we'll see what is microeconomics. What is microeconomics? In this chapter हमको माइक्रो को पढ़ने के मैक्रो को पढ़ने के लिए हमको माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स को पढ़ना भी बहुत जरूरी है. वी नीड टू नो व्हाट एक्चुअली माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स इज आल्सो ऑल अबाउट. नाउ सी, आई एम जस्ट डिवाइडिंग एंड आई एम गिविंग यू अ कंपैरेटिव स्टडी व्हाट इज माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स एज वेल एज व्हाट इज मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. ठीक है, हमको पढ़ना तो मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स है ये साल, लेकिन हमको ये पढ़ते हुए ये भी समझना जरूरी है कि माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स किसे कहते हैं. बिकॉज until and unless we don't know and we don't revise what is microeconomics, we can't form a base of macroeconomics. This is micro and this is macro, and this is what we have to study this year. And this is what we have studied last year. See, microeconomics, MI, and this is macro. ठीक है? Microeconomics is derived from a Greek word called as micro. Called as micro, meaning is small. Derived from Greek word. Derived from Greek word, and the meaning is small. Similarly, macroeconomics is also derived from a Greek word, but the meaning here is large. Meaning here is large. Microeconomics is derived from a Greek word meaning small. Macroeconomics is also derived from a Greek word meaning large. इसका मतलब क्या है फिर? इसका मतलब ये है माइक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स में हम स्मॉल पार्ट्स की स्टडी करते हैं और मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स में हम लार्ज पार्ट्स की स्टडी करते हैं. क्लियर टू इट? ओके. नेक्स्ट, microeconomic studies individual economic aspects. Microeconomic studies इंडिविजुअल इकोनॉमिक एस्पेक्ट्स, इसका मतलब क्या है, माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक में इंडिविजुअल स्टडी किया जाता है। इंडिविजुअल एस्पेक्ट्स मींस जैसे कि डिमांड ऑफ अ सिंगल कंज्यूमर, सप्लाई ऑफ अ सिंगल सेलर, एम्प्लॉयमेंट ऑफ वन इंडस्ट्री, likewise with income of one individual, consumption of one consumer, हर चीज जब हम सिंगल लेवल पर पढ़ते हैं that comes under micro economics, but this study deals with microeconomic studies aggregate aspects of the economy, aggregate aspects of the economy. These microeconomic studies individual aspects, whereas macroeconomic studies aggregate aspects of the economy. Aggregate aspect means total sum aspects of the economy. जैसे for example, this is a market and in this market these are individual buyers. ये सब buyers है, customers है. These are customers. ठीक है? What microeconomics will study? Microeconomics will study only one customer's behavior. Microeconomics will study only one customer's behavior, single customer's behavior. But in macroeconomics, this is a market and these are the customers. But in macroeconomics, it will study the behavior of all the customers. Behavior of all the customers, macroeconomic will study. This is called as macro. Macro. And this is called as micro. When individual customers' behavior is studied, it is called as micro. When the study of all the customers' behavior is done, that is called as micro. Clear this much? Next. In microeconomics, study is done by slicing method. स्टडी कैसे किया जाता है माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में? स्लाइसिंग मेथड से. व्हाट डज दिस स्लाइसिंग मेथड मीन्स? दिस स्लाइसिंग मेथड मीन्स, सी दिस इज अ लूप एंड दिस इज डिवाइडेड इनटू पार्ट्स. व्हेन the economy is divided into certain parts, when you study a part of an economy or a part of anything, that means you have sliced that. Suppose अगर आपको किसी का डिमांड, सपोज ये मार्केट का डिमांड पढ़ना है आपको, तो यू विल नॉट स्टडी सब कस्टमर्स का डिमांड, बल्कि यू विल स्टडी एक कस्टमर का डिमांड. पूरे डिमांड से आपने एक कस्टमर को उठाया और उसके बारे में जब आप कोई चीज पढ़ते हो, उसके बिहेवियर के बारे में जब आप स्टडी करते हो, दैट मीन्स यू हैव डिड स्लाइस. दैट मीन्स यू हैव कैरिड अ स्लाइसिंग मेथड. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हमारे घर में जब हम आइसक्रीम का बार लाते हैं, वी स्लाइस इट, राइट? वी स्लाइस इट एंड वी सर्व इट. जब हम एक स्लाइस उठाकर उसके बारे में जब हम स्टडी करते हैं, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्लाइसिंग मेथड. इकोनॉमी में भी यही होता है. अंडर माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स बड़े एस्पेक्ट्स को, उसको बिट्स एंड पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया जाता है एंड एक पार्ट उठाकर उसको जब स्टडी करते हैं, that is called as a slicing method. And in macroeconomics, we don't study by slicing method, but we study by lumping method. Study by lumping method. Study by lumping method. Lumping method means a method wherein you will study everything into a bulk. अभी this was a slice, ठीक है? But when you study this as a whole, that means that is a lump. आइसक्रीम का पूरा क्यूब के बारे में जब आप स्टडी करोगे दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ लंपिंग मेथड। मगर आप एक पीस के बारे में जब आप स्टडी करोगे दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ स्लाइसिंग मेथड। मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में लंपिंग मेथड से स्टडी किया जाता है एंड मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में लंपिंग मेथड से स्टडी किया जाता है एंड इन माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स द स्टडी इज बेस्ड on slicing method. Clear? Okay. Next difference or next point of comparison is in microeconomics. In microeconomics, partial equilibrium is observed. In microeconomics, partial equilibrium observe किया जाता है, whereas in macroeconomics general equilibrium observe किया जाता है। Now what does partial equilibrium means and what does general equilibrium means? पहली बात तो पार्शियल और जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम समझने के लिए हमें ये वर्ड कॉल्ड एज इक्विलिब्रियम वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। गाइस, इक्विलिब्रियम इज अ पॉइंट where your demand and where your supply meets. Where your demand and supply meets, this is called as the equilibrium point of a firm or an industry. This is called as the equilibrium point of a firm or an industry. Microeconomics में सिर्फ एक इंडस्ट्री या एक मार्केट या एक इंडिविजुअल का डिमांड एंड सप्लाई इक्विलिब्रियम की स्टडी की जाती है। बट इन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम मींस इकोनॉमी एज अ होल का डिमांड एंड सप्लाई क्या होगा और उसका इक्विलिब्रियम पॉइंट क्या होगा, दैट इज स्टडीड अंडर जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम। पार्शियल इक्विलिब्रियम में यू स्टडी इक्विलिब्रियम ऑफ ओनली वन फर्म, ठीक है। बट हियर यू स्टडी इक्विलिब्रियम, यहां पर आप इक्विलिब्रियम स्टडी करेंगे, इस पॉइंट ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम एज एन इंडस्ट्री। क्लियर? यहाँ पर एक फर्म के बारे में आप पढ़ रहे हो और यहाँ पर आप इंडस्ट्री के बारे में पढ़ रहे हो। यहाँ पर आप एक इंडिविजुअल लेवल के इक्विलिब्रियम की बात कर रहे हो, यहाँ पर आप एग्रीगेट की बात कर रहे हो एज एन इक्विलिब्रियम। क्लियर टू इट? नाउ सी व्हाट ऑल थिंग वी स्टडीड हियर इन माइक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स एंड मैक्रोइकोनॉमिक्स। वी नीड टू नो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस and what are the point of comparison and what we will be studying into it. Now first point, when I say this is a microeconomics, microeconomics is a word which is derived from Greek. The meaning is small, whereas macroeconomics is also derived from a Greek word called as macros, meaning is large. यहाँ पर that means यहाँ पर large aspect को study किया जाएगा, यहाँ पर स्मॉल एस्पेक्ट्स का स्टडी किया जाएगा। माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक स्टडीज इंडिविजुअल इकोनॉमिक एस्पेक्ट्स मींस यहाँ पर हर चीज इंडिविजुअल नजरिए से देखी जाएगी, whereas यहाँ पर मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक स्टडीज एग्रीगेट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ द इकोनॉमी। एग्रीगेट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ द इकोनॉमी, एग्रीगेट का मतलब है टोटल, सम, एडिशन। क्लियर टू इट? एज अ होल। नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल, अगर मुझे माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में एग्जाम्पल स्टडी करना है तो दिस इज अ मार्केट एंड मार्केट में देयर आर कस्टमर्स, ठीक है, देयर आर कस्टमर्स। इन माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स व्हाट आई स्टडी द डिमांड ऑफ ओनली वन कस्टमर। व्हेन आई स्टडी द बिहेवियर, द डिमांड ऑफ वन कस्टमर, दैट मीन्स I am carrying out research under microeconomics. When I am studying, this is a market and these are the customers. When I am studying the behavior of customers, all the customers of the market, when I am studying the behavior of all the customers of the market, that means I am studying the aggregate economy. What I am studying? I am studying aggregate economy. And aggregate economy means macroeconomics. And aggregate economy means what? Macroeconomics. The next point of difference or the comparison is under microeconomics we study method, we carry out the study under slicing method. What does slicing method means? Slicing method means when a loaf is divided into different parts. When you study a part of the economy, this is called as a part. When you study a part of the economy, that means you have carried your research under slicing method. Best example, when we bring an ice cream, loaf of ice cream into our house, when we divide it into amongst the family members by slicing it, per slice is what when that slice is being observed and carried out research, that is called as a slicing method. मतलब कि जो लूफ में से हम एक पार्ट निकालते हैं और उस पार्ट के बारे में जब हम स्टडी करते हैं, that means we are studying under microeconomics. But what macroeconomics do? Macroeconomic studies are conducted under lumping method. Lumping method means you are carrying out your study of whole, पूरा बल्क, पूरा ब्लॉक की जब आप स्टडी करते हो और उसके बारे में कुछ जब रिकमेंडेशंस देते हो, सजेशंस देते हो एज अ होल, दैट मीन्स यू आर स्टडीइंग अंडर macroeconomics. Clear to it? Next point of difference is partial equilibrium and general equilibrium. Partial equilibrium means an equilibrium. पहली बात तो equilibrium, partial के पहले हमको equilibrium समझना है. Equilibrium means a point where demand and supply is equal. A point where demand and supply is equal. इक्विलिब्रियम का मतलब है एक ऐसा पॉइंट जहां पर आपका डिमांड और सप्लाई इक्वल है. क्लियर? बट व्हाट डज पार्शियल मींस? पार्शियल मींस सिंगल. जब आप किसी कस्टमर या कंज्यूमर के बारे में उसकी डिमांड और उसके सप्लाई के बारे में पढ़ रहे हैं एंड वो किस पॉइंट पे मीट हो रहा है वो पढ़ रहे हैं, तो दैट मीन्स यू आर कैरिंग और यू आर स्टडीइंग अंडर माइक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स. सी आई हैव ड्रॉन हियर. Lumping microeconomics में partial equilibrium means where demand and supply intersect each other is called as an equilibrium. But when we study only the behavior of one firm, that comes under partial equilibrium. But whereas in general equilibrium again means equal demand and equal supply position. But general means as a whole. When we study demand and supply position in an industry, that means we are studying general equilibrium under macroeconomics. Clear to it? Next point of difference is in macroeconomics we study individual household, individual firm, individual income, individual production, individual demand, individual supply. क्या क्या पढ़ते हैं हम लोग? इंडिविजुअल हाउस होल्ड, इंडिविजुअल फर्म, इंडिविजुअल प्रोडक्शन, इंडिविजुअल सेविंग, इंडिविजुअल इनकम, इंडिविजुअल सप्लाई. हम सब चीज इंडिविजुअल लेवल पर पढ़ते हैं. बट इन मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स वी स्टडी नेशनल इनकम, national employment, national unemployment, national savings, national consumptions, GDP, national gross GDP, then NDP, this all aspect, government policies, fiscal policies, government problems, fiscal problems, ये सब हम लोग यहाँ पर पढ़ते हैं. But individual problems, individual solutions, individual theories हम यहाँ पर पढ़ेंगे. Clear to it? Okay. Thank you. Done for the day.